Hi, I'm Avlin and I'm an intern with Lexus and Company for the month of July. And today I'll be discussing Citizenship Amendment Act 2019. So in today's video, I'll be discussing about what are the changes which have been made in the Act of 1955 by the way of amendment of 2019, and what are the provisions related to citizenship mentioned in our constitution. So before talking about the acts per se, let's discuss about what is citizenship. Citizenship defines the relation between the nations and the people who constitute the nation. So nation confers upon the individual certain rights, such as to protect the individual, and then to right to vote and right to hold public office, among others, in return for the fulfillment of certain duties and obligations which have been imposed on the individuals of the state. So talking about citizenship in India, our constitution provides for single citizenship. So there is no permanent parameters. There are no permanent parameters which have been laid down in the constitution for the citizenship, but constitution does provides as to who all are the citizens of India at the time of the commencement of the constitution, that is 26 January 1950. But since there have been no further provision as to the acquisition and termination of citizenship, therefore Article 11 of the Constitution grants Parliament power to make any law in relation to citizenship, in relation to the acquisition and termination of citizenship. So therefore, by using these powers, Parliament for the first time enacted Citizenship Amendment Act 1955. Further, in entry 17, list 1 under schedule 7 of the constitution, it talks about citizenship, naturalization and acquisition, and further grants power to the parliament to make laws related to them. So further, if we talk about Citizenship Amendment Act of 1955. The Act of 1955 granted 5 modes of acquiring citizenship. So they were citizenship by way of birth, citizenship by way of descent, registration, neutralization, or acquisition of any territory by the nation. So all these were the modes. Further, Citizenship Amendment Act 1955 also provide for overseas citizenship of Indian cardholders, and they were known as OCIs, and OCIs were entitled to benefits and multiple entries. Multi-purpose lifelong visas to India, etc. were the provisions which were given to them, or which are all the benefits which were given to them. Further, in the Act of 1955, a provision was made related to illegal migrants. Illegal migrants were prohibited from acquiring the citizenship of India. So an illegal migrant is a foreigner who enters into India without a valid travel document like visa and passport, etc., but stays beyond the time, or the person stays beyond the time if he has come with the proper visa and with a proper passport, but the person is staying in India from even after the expiration of his time which he has been granted to stay in India. So further, there were provisions laid in this act under which such person was again deported back to the country from which he came. But in September 2015 and 2016 and July 2016, the government exempted certain groups of illegal migrants from being imprisoned or deported. So these are illegal migrants who came into India from Afghanistan, Bangladesh or Pakistan before December 31st, 2014, and they belong to Hindu, Sikh, Jew, Parsi or Christian religion communities. So basically at that time, in 2015 and 16, there was no such act. So these people were just made, they were given exemption. But recently in 2019, Parliament passed a Citizenship Amendment Bill 2019, which was later on ascended by the President, and it became a bill. That bill seeked amendment to the Citizenship Amendment Act of 1955. So if we talk about citizenship, before 1987, so until 1987, the eligibility of acquiring the citizenship of India was that the person must be born in India. Later on, it was extended to that the any one of the parent needs to be an Indian. So furthermore, by 2004, it was held that both the parents need to be citizen of India, or if not citizen of India, should not be illegal migrant. So these were the provisions laid, these were the changes made in the act. So if we talk about Citizenship Amendment Act 2019, it is basically a mode or a way to rescue all those migrants who have come from Bangladesh, Afghanistan and Pakistan. These are basically pursuant religious minorities, that is those minorities who are not being well treated in their own countries, and that's why they are coming to our country. So the people who all are included in this religious minorities are Hindu, Sikh, Jews, Parsi, Christian. So now further, these the provision of this act does not extend to Manipur, Meghalaya and Mizoram and Assam, and also does not extend to Bengal Eastern Frontier regulations. So there have been many arguments which have been raised for this act. So the main argument raised is, why are we not considering all such people who live in any other country, like beyond Pakistan, Bangladesh and Afghanistan? There are certain minorities, like there are Hindus who live in Myanmar, there are Tamilians who live in Sri Lanka. So why are we not considering them to be a part of this act? So the government has replied that Pakistan, Bangladesh, Afghanistan are Islamic countries, and they have a religion that is based on they have a rigid criteria that religion has to be followed, like Islam has to be followed. So that is why these minorities are being pursued there, and that is why we are rescuing these people. And they have even decided to give them citizenship, and they are exempted from producing passport, or they even don't require visa for entering in our country. So further, many people or many arguments have been raised that this provision is against Article 14. So if we say kind of, it is against Article 14, because Article 14 talks about equality to all people living in the territory of India. So categorizing people as illegal migrants and pursuant migrants is going to be a difficult task for the government itself. So further, it has also been criticized on the basis that this act favors favors a particular religion. So as it includes only Hindu, Sikh, Buddhist, Parsi and Christian, and is not including any other religion, so therefore is excluding Muslims. So it is also against the essence of our constitution. So whether the act is right or is wrong is the question of law, and it has to be decided by the Supreme Court. It has to be seen, it has to be, Supreme Court is the one who has to raise the parameters or has to so hence we can say that the onus is now on the Supreme Court, being the guardian of the Constitution, to interpret the provision of the Act and test the constitutionality, that whether the classification done in the Act is reasonable or not, if the test against Article 14. So India has a civilization duty to protect those who are prosecuted in its neighboring country, but the methods must be in accordance with the spirit of the Constitution. So this was all about Citizenship Amendment Act. Thank you so much.